Hello everyone! So today we're going to look at Tickle. We're going to go over lesson 4 called Super Shapes. We're going to need to open Tickle, new project, then we're going to click on Orca. So the next thing is we want to change our Orca, we want to change the character. So once we scroll down, we should see a character in role called Death. So we're going to click on that. And the next thing is we want to delete all our code from our template. So let's drag it in the trash bin. Then we're going to click on the background and we're going to change it to Halloween night, either 1 or 2. You can pick whatever option you like. So the next thing is we click on our character and then we click on events. So we drag out the block when starting to play. So let's take that out here. And the next part is we're going to take out a block from motion called go to X and 0, Y 0. So that would mean your character goes in the middle. Click on motion, drag out this. And the next thing we need is to click on control. Click on control. And we want to take out something called a repeat until block. So we take out repeat until block here and place it here. The next thing is we want it to repeat doing something until something happens, and that thing that we want it to do is to blink. So let's start with taking out wait 1 second from control, and we change this to 0.5 seconds. So 0.5. So first we want it to wait for 0.5 seconds and then show itself. So we click on looks and drag out show. Next, we want to again take out wait 0.5 seconds, which again is from control, which is here, and then change that. And then underneath we want to put in the hide block. So click on looks, take out hide. So inside the until part, we want to use a sensing block. What that means is it'll keep on blinking until we touch the iPad. So in order to have that happen, we click on sensing, and if you scroll you'll see a option called finger touching down. So we place that inside, and then you can start your project, and then it should disappear. So we can show you again. Once you touch it, it disappears. So it keeps on blinking on and off because it keeps on repeating until I touch it. Once I touch it, it stops. Once I release my finger, it's gone. Alright, that's the end of our hands-on activity. Today we're going to start a project called Super Shapes. So first, I'd like you to open Tickle on your iPad. So let's click on it, and then to begin, we're going to click on New Project and then Orca. So once we're in Orca, I want you to delete all your code, and then we're going to click on Orca and we're going to change the character to a Santa Claus. So click this here, and then next you're going to click on the background, click on it, and then we're going to click on Snowland. The next part is we're going to add a character, which is a leaf. Scroll down, click on nature, and then click on leaf. Put that here. And then we're going to add in 5 characters. So they're going to be a circle, a square, a rectangle, a triangle, and the number 8. So to add those, we need to click on add, and then click on the moon, and bring it here, and then we click add again, and scroll down, and click on rect button 1, that's going to be our square. Then we click on add again, then we scroll down to number and buttons, and click on rect button number 2. So this is going to be our rectangle. The next one we're going to click is add again and put a triangle. So we scroll down to number and buttons, and we click on triangle up, button 1. So click on that, and then we put it here. And then the next thing is we're going to add a number 8. So we click on add again, and then scroll down, and we should find the number 8. Then we just drag it all the way here. So let's begin coding. So first, for our square, we need to click on our square. So here we want to go to a specific X and Y axis on the screen. So we are going to go to motion and take out the go to X and Y block. So here we're going to change X to -100 and Y to -160. So let's change that. The next thing we're going to do is click on looks and take out set scale of both direction to 80%. So click on looks, you'll find a block called set scale to both direction and change the 100% to 80. Now we want this square to think. So in order to find the think block, we go to look. So click on looks and you'll see think. Change the word inside to square. Next on, we are going to take out an event block called when this character clicked. So what this means is when you click this character, we want it to do something. So we click on events, take out when this character clicked, and bring it down. So the next block we need is called a repeat block. So we want to repeat our character to do something, not for 10 times, but for 20 times. So in order to do that, we click on control, take out repeat 10 times, change the 10 to 20. So put in to 0. Then what we want it to do is move 5 steps. So in order for it to move, we click on motion and drag out the move here and change the 10 to 5. We want to do the next action, which is turn right by 90 degrees. So to do that, again we click on motion, drag out the turn right by 90 degrees and put it underneath. So the next thing we want to add is once again add another repeat 20 times underneath turn right by 90 degrees. So we click on control, drag out repeat 10 times, put it here, and change it to repeat 20 times. And then inside this, we're going to click on motion and drag a move 10 blocks, but once again change the 10 to 5. So here. And then the next thing is, once again, we're going to put a turn right by 90 degrees underneath. So let's drag that and put that in here. Second, here. The next thing is, once again, we want to take out a repeat 20 times. So click on control, remove, repeat 10, put it underneath and change the 10 to 20. And then once again, we're going to put in move 5 steps. So click on motion, take out move 10 steps, put it here and change the 10 to 5. And then we drag out another turn right by 90 degrees, which is in motion. And then once again, we take out a repeat 20 times block, which is in control. So change the 10 to 20. And inside we put in a move 5 steps. That's again in motion. So we change the 10 to 5. So what's going to happen is when you click your character, it's going to repeat moving 5 steps 20 times and then turn right by 90 degrees. And then again it's going to repeat 20 times to move 5 steps. And then it's going to turn right by 90 degrees. And then again it's going to repeat 20 steps and repeat 20 times and then move 5 steps. And then it's going to turn right by 90 degrees. And then towards the end, it's going to repeat 20 times, moving 5 steps. So actually it's going to move 80 times. And then it moves 5 steps each time. So we'll move on to the next part. So in the same place, again, we want to take out a event block. So we click on event and take out when this character is clicked. So we put this here. Then we want it to think, but this time we want to leave it blank. So we click on looks, take out think, but then just remove the word inside and just click done. Then we want to now make this character move on the X and Y axis, but we want it to go on the X axis of 0 and the Y axis of 50. So we click on motion, take out go to X and Y, put that here and change Y to 50. Then we're gonna have it repeat something for 4 times. So we click on control, drag out repeat 10, change the 10 to 4. And then inside that we're gonna add another repeat block. So click on control, drag out repeat 10, but this time we change the 10 to 20. And inside we're going to put a move 5 steps. So click on motion and then change the 10 to 5. And then we're going to add inside turn right by 90 degrees. So we drag this. Make sure this is inside the repeat 4 times, not repeat 20 times. Then we're going to add a motion block called go to X and Y, and we're going to change the position of this character to go to X negative 100 and then Y negative 160. And then now we're going to make our character think square. So we click on looks, drag out think, and then change the word inside to square. Now we're going to move on to the second block, which is our rectangle. So here. So there's already an event block called when starting to play, so we can leave that there. And now we want our character to go to X10 and Y negative 160. So we click on motion, again take out the go to X and Y and change the X to 10 and the Y to negative 160. So click X, change the number to 10, Y is negative 160. Now we're going to set scale of both directions to 80%. To do that, we click on looks. Then you'll see a block called set scale of both directions to 80%. And now we're going to have the block think rectangle. So for it to think, we click on looks, drag out think and change the wording inside to rectangle. Next, we're going to drag out a event block called when this character is clicked. So when this character is clicked, we want it to do a bunch of things. So click on events, take out when this character clicked. Next, we want to take out a looks block because we wanted to think something. So we click on looks, take out think, but then clear out the word inside. And then we add a go to X and Y block, which is in motion, and change the Y to 50. And then we take out a repeat block, but change the 10 to 2. So click on control, take out a repeat 10 times, and change the 10 to 2. And inside here, we're going to put a repeat 20 times. So inside this repeat 2, we put a repeat 10 times and change the 10 to 20. Then we're going to add in a move 10 steps. So we click on motion, take out move 10 steps and put that inside the repeat 20 times. Then we're going to add a turn right by 90 degrees into the repeat 2 times. So we click on motion and then we take out turn right by 90 degrees here, and then underneath this we're going to add a repeat 10 times. So click on control once again, take out repeat 10 times, and then inside here we put in a move 10 times. So we click on motion, drag out this, put this here. Underneath this block, underneath the move 10 steps, we're going to add another turn right by 90 degrees. So we add this here. And then towards the end, we wanted to go to a specific X and Y position. So we click on motion and drag out the go to X and Y 0 and change the X to 10 and the Y to negative 180. And then we're going to have it think rectangle. So in order to think, we need to click on the looks block, drag out the think block and change it to rectangle. Alright, now we're going to click on our circle. So for our circle, we already have the when starting to play. So the next thing we need to take out is the go to X and Y. We wanted to go to a specific position and the X should be negative 200 and the Y should be negative 100. So we take out motion, go to X and Y, X is negative 200, then Y is negative 150, and then we set the scale, we go to looks, set scale of both directions, and this should be 80. Then we wanted to think, so we click on looks, take out think, and then put circle. And then we take out an event block called when this character is clicked. So here, and then we wanted to think, so we click on looks, take out the think block, but then remove the words inside. And then we wanted to go in the middle, so we put go to X0, Y0, which is motion, just drag this block. And then now we wanted to repeat an action 36 times. So to do that, we click on control, take out our repeat 10 block, and change the 10 to 36. And then we wanted to move 10 steps. So we click on motion, take out move 10 steps. And now we wanted to turn right by 10 degrees. So we click on motion again and you'll see turn right by 90 degrees, but the 90 should be changed to 10. Next, we want to go to the X and Y position. So we click on motion, drag out go to X and Y, and change the X to negative 200, and then Y to negative 150. And then we wanted to think circle. So we click on looks, take out think, put it underneath here, then think circle. Okay, and then we click on the triangle. So in the triangle, we wanted to go to X and Y position. So we click on motion, drag out the go to XY. So go to X115, and then Y is negative 160. The next thing is we want to take out the set scale of both directions to 80. Click on looks, then we take out the set scale of both directions to 80%. Next, we wanted to think triangle. So we click looks, take out think, put it here, change this to triangle. Next, we want to take out an event block called when this character clicked. So click on events, take out when this character clicked. And here, we wanted to think again, so click on looks, take out think, change this to this. And now we want to go to an X and Y position. So we click on motion, drag out go to X and Y, and change X to 50 and Y also to 50. Next, we wanted to repeat an action. So we wanted to repeat something for 3 times. We click on control, and then drag out this block here and change the 10 to 3. Next, we wanted to repeat something 20 times. So, but that block, we want to put it inside the repeat 3. So take out the repeat 10, put it inside here, change the number to 20. Next, we want it to move by negative 10 steps. That means the character will move back. So click on motion, take out move 10 steps and change it to negative 10. then we're going to make it turn right by 120 degrees. So we click on motion, get turn right by 120 degrees. And then now we want it to go to a specific X and Y axis. So we click again motion, take out go to X, Y. Then we're going to add it underneath the repeat 3 times loop. Then we're going to put X is 115 and then Y is negative 160. Then we're going to make it think triangle. So click on looks, take out think, change the word here to triangle. And now we're going to code the number 8. So click on 8. We already have the wind starting to play. Now we click on motion, drag out the go to X and Y, and then we change X to 200, Y to negative 160. Then we're going to set the scale. So click on looks, set the scale of both directions to 300%. So this is going to make it bigger. We're going to make it think 8. So drag out think and change this to 8. Now we're going to take out a event block. So when this character clicked, we wanted to go to a specific angle. So go to X, Y. So X is 0, Y is 50. And then think here. And then we wanted to repeat something, but this time for 18 times. So we click on control, drag out the repeat 10, change this to 18. And then we wanted to move 5 steps. So we click on motion, take out move 10 steps, change the 10 to 5. And then underneath we want to add turn right by 10 degrees. So take out turn right by this 90 degrees, change the 90 to 10. And then underneath it we want to set the direction to negative 180. So to find that, it's also in motion. So here set direction to, change this to negative 180. So you can click on the number pad and then put minus 180. Then we move on to the next thing. So the next part is we want to add another repeat block, but we want to change this to 36. So the next thing is inside here we want to put move 5 steps and then turn left by 10 degrees. So click on motion, take out the move 10 steps, change it to 5, and then we want to turn this time to the left. So click on right and click on it. Then you have 2 options, then click on left and then change the number to 10 degrees. Next we want to set the direction to 0. So we drag this out, put this here, and we set our direction to 0. And once again we drag out another repeat block and we want to change the number to 18. So click on control, drag out this, change the number to 18. And then we want to move negative 5 steps. So you click on motion, move, then we change this to minus 5. Then we want to turn right by 10 degrees. So we drag this from motion, change the 90 to 10. Now we wanted to go to a specific position on the screen. So we click motion, we take out the go to X and Y, and then X is 200, and then Y is negative 160. Next we wanted to think 8. So we click on looks, take out think, put it here and change it to GHT. Then we want to set the direction to 0 degrees. So click on motion and then set direction to 0 degrees. And then we're done with our project. Why don't you test your program and let's see how it is. wait to see it. And this is the end of lesson 4. Hope you guys had good fun. Bye!